is a guy who embodies libertarianism in the way he lives his life. Over the last decade, he visited 40 countries. In the last year, he lived in a camper covering over 50,000 kilometers. He has had plenty of various jobs, everything starting from being a highly sought-for consultant in London, to developing hostels in Central America, to being a journalist and a ghostwriter, and my personal favorite, a weed trimmer in Oregon. He's deeply interested in the digital world and how it influences the human behavior, and he's certainly the best person to tell you what the other digital nomads will not. Please welcome Kris Kaleta.
Hello guys. I know that I was supposed to speak in Polish, but I figured there's plenty of international guests in here, so I can speak English, so I'm just gonna continue that in Polish, in English. And I know that plenty of you won't know me because I'm not very public in what I do, but my name is Kris, and I'm a wandering libertarian, and that's a concept that I guess fits into the definition of a digital nomad. So I travel around the world for the last 8 years or so. I'm working from different spots around the world, and that is my living basically. So yeah, here I am. Hello everyone. There is this popular notion nowadays that digital nomadism is great. You know, it's a great thing to go somewhere in Thailand or somewhere in Nicaragua or Honduras, and open your laptop by the beach and start working in a completely remote place and do random things by the beach, and it's beautiful, and everyone wants to live that lifestyle. And I have to tell you, it's not as beautiful as it looks like on photos and on videos, and it's a little bit more troubling than what you would assume. First off, this nomadic lifestyle requires loads of different background preparation, I would say, that not everyone or not all of us would be able to do. So first off, when you hear about digital nomads, you think that it's just a person that works with laptops somewhere around the world, and that these people that they are able to do that because they have remote position of sort. But in fact, there are probably about 3 types of digital nomads. One of them is basically something that we can call remote employee. And that's a type of a person that is hired by the same company somewhere in Europe or in Asia and in Americas, but works remotely from different areas of the world. And that person is required to still work about 7-8 hours a day. They need to maintain the everyday tasks, and basically they are working the same thing that they would do here in Warsaw in, Domaniecka Street. They would do exactly the same thing, but in remote place. And it sounds great, you're sitting by the beach somewhere in, I don't know, in Costa Rica, and you feel, the sun in your hand, and you feel it's a great thing. But imagine that you have to perform all the daily tasks when everyone around you just, smashes cocktails and rum and coke, and they are, super easy and chilling on some sunning bed, and you have to work, and it's a requirement, because if you are not working, you won't be able to basically earn a living. It's not as great as it might sound on the first spot, that you're just a remote digital nomad, and you can do whatever you want, because as a remote employee, you're still required to work for someone. And you basically still bonded with normal lifestyle of an employee. The second type of a digital nomad is something that we can call remote freelancer. And that's type of a person that chooses contracts from the market, or looks for contracts on the market, and performs, the very freelancing sort of work in different areas of the world. And that's better, because you still have to look for clients, for contracts, and so on, but you're a little bit in a little bit better position, because you can manage your time, you can shuffle your workload. You have a little bit more freedom with your life. But there is a third type of a digital nomad. It's a person that is an entrepreneur and that runs business from somewhere in the world, and they can basically do it anywhere they want. We have in the crowd a few people that that do that. They run a business in blockchain market, in a Bitcoin market, and these guys can run it from anywhere in the world. And these are the only truly digital nomadic people who are not going to have most of the downsides of the two different types of models that I just mentioned. So when you have to remember about these three types and the type of a work that you're performing when you're thinking about digital nomads. So it's funny because the Free Cities Foundation, they were mentioning Honduras and Roatan, Prospera Island. And actually, on my way, when I was traveling, I used to live on Utila, which is an island, next to Roatan. I've been there for a few months, and I've been teaching English in Honduran school in La Ceiba, which is a port that you have to go to before sailing to Roatan. So I was thinking, when they were starting talking about the Honduras and Free Cities Foundation, I was thinking about the difference between people like me who are just working from all around the world with a laptop doing some random things, in Nicaragua or in Honduras, and people who are actually thinking about moving to Prospera. And there is a massive difference, because if you move into Prospera, if you move into such a community, you have everything organized and you have everything, on a sort of available distance to if you want to do some shopping, you can go somewhere around and you will find it. You can find all the goods that you need, that you usually require in your workplace, and it is available. But when you're traveling, when you're nomad, you have a very limited resources and goods that you can access. So why is it not that easy to be a digital nomad? And the title of my presentation, and I'm sorry for my presentation, I'm not a great public speaker, I'm a much better writer. But the title was, what digital nomads are not telling you. They are not telling you that not a single person in that room would be able to fit in a single category of a digital nomad that has a successful sort of lifestyle, and that that particular model can be employed all around different lifestyles of different people in this room. Because we all have different skill sets. We all have completely different areas of specializations that make us different people. Skills are essential, absolutely essential, to become a digital nomad. If you're, for instance, a programmer, if you're a graphic designer, you are able to become a digital nomad. But if you're performing some sort of a manual work in your daily job, you probably won't have the same skill set that will allow you to go abroad, to go to Thailand, or to go to, I don't know, even Canaries, and live in there. And it's not as easy as it looks like. It's not that you can just grab your laptop and go somewhere and live your beautiful life of Instagram models. It requires you to actually work on the entire thing. You need to understand who your clients are, what you're gonna do, how you're gonna manage, the work time, the travel time, how you're gonna access internet. If you're not carrying a Starlink with you, you will have to think about internet. Otherwise, you won't be able to perform more, tasks on your day. At some point, one thing will become a dominant sort of theme in your mind, and that relates to the amount that you're actually earning. Because if you're a digital nomad, you still have to be registered somewhere. You still have to, be bonded with a certain market that you operate on or where your business is operating from, and that means that you're paying taxes in a certain area. Most of the digital nomads that I've met, they were having sort of residencies either in Europe or in the US. They had to pay loads of taxes on whatever they were doing, and that's not really healthy. You're living in Nicaragua, say for instance, you're earning like $2,000 a monthly or something around that, and you're paying half of that for like taxes in, say, Great Britain, just because. And it's not really healthy because you're not using any services that theoretically you're paying for. So at some point, once you start earning, an X, say 2,000 to 2,500 monthly, you will have to start thinking about, changing the association that you have with public administration. And you will have to start thinking about different ways to organize your, your business allocation. And there are several people who are actually, helping in that regards. There is a guy from Germany, Christopher Heumann. He runs a site, Staatenlos, so stateless, who is consulting on ways to manage, the places that you can optimize your budgets or tax budgets in between different areas, in between different countries. So if you would like to become a digital nomad, don't look at the Instagram photos. Start thinking about what sort of skills that you have that makes you unique, that makes you valuable on the market, and then start thinking about how much you're going to earn and where you can actually optimize your budget. So, for instance, if you're earning X, would it be better to run it from Poland, from the UK, from the US, or would it be able? Would you be able to start running that from Estonia, from Paraguay, from Malta, or Cyprus? Start thinking about being independent in all that way. So you have to start thinking how you can actually make sure that you're not dependent on new contracts, on new clients that you have to constantly look for, but instead build a product, build a business that is more independent from ongoing situations in different markets. And well, that's basically what I wanted to tell you, and I hope that I wasn't too chaotic in that. So yeah, thank you.